Welcome to Asian Star Trend. Our channel updates hot news about Asia's most popular stars. Please subscribe and comment to help us update better videos. The internet was left reeling with one burning question: who is Yang Miemie? In an industry where fame comes and goes like a passing storm, very few names have the power to quietly alter the course of someone's life. Yet Yang Miemie has done just that for none other than Yulong. In a noisy world obsessed with clicks and scandals, their story begins almost like a whisper. Yulong was already a familiar face, handsome, calm, steady. The type of actor people admire but keep at a distance. Then she appeared. She wasn't a manufactured idol. She didn't come with a flood of headlines. What she brought was something far more disruptive. A force so genuine that it shifted the axis of his life. We talk so often about people chasing power, money, and fleeting fame. But how often do we witness a single person completely redefining someone else's path, not through chaos, but through quiet influence? The answer lies in the way Yulong's world has transformed. Insiders say he now chooses roles differently, speaks differently, and even sees his own future with new clarity. The ripple effect of one name, Yang Miemie, has made the industry stop and pay attention. This isn't about gossip. This isn't about a carefully orchestrated romance. It's about the mysterious moment when two lives collide and, suddenly, neither is the same. Who is Yang Miemie? Why has her presence sparked such heated discussion online? And most of all, what does it take in today's relentless entertainment world to touch someone so deeply that everything changes? By the time you finish watching their story, you may find yourself asking, what if one person could change your life too? In the world of martial arts dramas and online forums, the name Yulong has always meant one thing: unshakable. Viewers knew him as General Han Ren in Red Flame Lonely City, the embodiment of a man carved from steel. 2 words described him: precise, untouchable. And 3 words warned anyone: do not cross. For years, he seemed to live out that character off-screen, emotionally disciplined, unapproachable, publicly declaring that he did not believe in love. In his own words, love makes people weak, and Yulong never allowed weakness. Then came that alley. A grainy photograph taken on a rainy night, a girl in rabbit print pajamas holding an umbrella, looking up at him with eyes so full of tenderness it seemed to rewrite everything we thought we knew about him. The internet erupted. Was this the same Yulong who claimed immunity to romance? The hashtags flew: ecstasy or true love. Straight steel turns to water for the first time. Fans saw cracks in his armor, and through those cracks, a story was beginning to bloom. Who is Yang Miemie? The photograph ignited a nationwide investigation, but all the answers kept circling back to one name: Yang Miemie. Her name, light and almost childish, seemed at odds with the storm she stirred. No glossy magazine covers, no viral scandals, no carefully curated image, just a girl who, somehow, became the epicenter of an emotional earthquake. To those who knew Yulong as untouchable, she is the anomaly. In a world of calculated publicity, Yang Miemie's existence feels like an unscripted plot twist. She doesn't come with the heroine halo of a leading lady. She doesn't demand attention. Instead, she moves like water, almost invisible, until you realize that quietness has carved its way into the very shape of someone else's life. Her influence on Yulong is not dramatic. It is slow, persistent, like rain falling on stone. And yet, stone does change. The more people try to define her, the more elusive she becomes. Perhaps that is why her presence feels so different. She does not announce herself, she simply becomes inevitable, ordinary, but transformative. What makes this story resonate so deeply is not a love affair, but the way it challenges what we think strength looks like. Yulong spent years building an image of control, a career fueled by discipline, a personal life fortified by walls. But Yang Miemie, ordinary to the point of being unremarkable at first glance, found a way through. Her power is not in breaking him down but in softening the edges. Without drama, without spectacle, she introduced him to a different rhythm, one where care doesn't weaken, it restores. In the entertainment industry, such transformations are rare. We are used to watching careers built on ambition and collapse under scandal. But here is a man quietly changed by someone who asks for nothing. The photograph of rabbit pajamas and a rain-soaked alley is more than gossip. It is a metaphor. Behind the glamour, what we really search for, whether star or stranger, is someone whose presence rearranges the way we see ourselves, and for Yulong, that someone, unbelievably, was named Yang Miemie. He has never been good with words. When faced with conflict, his answer is silence. When the air grows heavy, he reaches for a cup of hot cocoa and a half-serious joke, as if that simple act could repair what words cannot. Have you ever met someone like that? Someone who doesn't dazzle like fireworks but burns steadily, like a small bulb that never goes out. They never steal the spotlight, yet their light is always there, waiting, constant. That is who she is, gentle as a sheep. She has no ambition to conquer the world. Her only goal seems to be this: to stand quietly beside him and shield him from the wind. The internet has come up with wild theories, secret missions, hidden agendas, but all of that only points to one thing: this girl is extraordinary precisely because she is ordinary. People often forget that the greatest strength sometimes comes in the simplest form, through 1,000 small, unremarkable gestures. She pried open a heart that had long been sealed. A real strong man, after all, is not someone without cracks. Beneath the aura of an invincible Yulong lie years of pressure, brutal competition, broken family ties, and a loneliness so heavy it felt like an invisible cage. Yang Miemie's presence was never a dramatic rescue. She never forced him to speak. She simply walked with him through old streets, brought him hot soup in the middle of the night, and stayed silent when he was at his worst. Her 3 quiet words, "I am here," did more than any speech could. This is the kind of understanding every lonely soul longs for. No judgment, no attempts to change, just the patience to stay. Viewers like to say that Yang Miemie changed Yulong. But perhaps the truth is simpler. She didn't change him. She allowed him, at last, to stop pretending, to soften, to be vulnerable, to be real. And when a man like that finally steps down from his pedestal and says, "I love her," the world, as always, can only watch in awe. Some fans have been moved to tears. Others admit they feel betrayed. From nothing to everything, we supported him, one Yulong fan wrote, but when it comes to his happiness, we are no longer invited in. That sentiment may sound bitter, but it isn't entirely wrong. Fandom is its own kind of emotional investment. Fans walk with their idols from obscurity to stardom, projecting their own dreams onto that journey. When the focus of that devotion shifts, suddenly replaced by a passerby girl, a sense of tearing is inevitable. But maybe we need a different perspective. Yang Miemie didn't steal Yulong. She simply entered a private world that fans were never meant to enter. And because we cannot enter, we must learn to guard that boundary. Even with reluctance, we must learn to bless. Celebrities are human, too. They also long to be seen and loved. For audiences, the gentlest form of support is not to be comrades in fantasy, but to let them have a private life, to allow them to grow beyond our gaze. True fans understand this. When you see him smiling freely, no longer alone, you smile too. At that moment, you are not just a fan. You are a friend in an entertainment industry driven by noise, where contract couples stage romance for clicks and live stream every private moment. Real love has become almost a rarity. We've grown cynical, suspicious that every public relationship is merely promotion for a new drama or a calculated campaign. And yet, the quiet bond between Yulong and Yang Miemie feels like a ray of light cutting through the chaos. No glossy posters. No flashy broadcasts. Not even many photos. Just small, ordinary details: a silent hand held at an airport. A bowl of hot soup delivered in the middle of the night. They are not a prince and princess from a fairy tale. They are simply 2 people who collided in this crowded world and, by some miracle, decided to lean on each other. It is this simplicity that moves people. We pay attention to them not out of gossip or curiosity, but because, deep down, we are desperate to see love that is true. And that question, do you still believe in love, is not a simple one. Some have been betrayed and have closed their hearts. Some have given everything only to be met with indifference. Others have met the right person at the wrong time and walked away in tears. These experiences teach us to doubt love, but when we watch the story of the sheep and the fish dragon, something inside us softens. Maybe love isn't perfect. Maybe not every relationship ends well. But to be treated with gentleness, even once, can light up the darkest of nights. Love is not a movie. It doesn't always sparkle or peak at the right moment. More often, it is a long, uneven journey that demands patience, understanding, and compromise even when both are at their worst. Yu Long once said, "I am not the sun. But she is the moon." I can finally get close to that. Single sentence is worth 1,000 words. True love is not about glory. It is about someone who stays when you are at your lowest, someone who chooses to sit with you in the shadows. So please remember this, not every relationship ends in tragedy. Somewhere in this world, someone is waiting. Maybe not dazzling, maybe not perfect, but the one who understands you best. Perhaps that is why the story of Yu Long and Yang Miemie resonates so deeply. It is not about gossip, it is a mirror. In it, we see our own longing to be understood. Have you been waiting, silently, in the middle of the night? Have you deleted a confession before pressing send? Have you been disappointed, yet still hope that someone will enter your world without hesitation? The reason this story moves us is simple: we recognize ourselves in it, and maybe, just maybe, it reminds us that we are not alone.